now. So great to have you all here, and finally for our online transnational meeting this time. So as you all know, the topic of the meeting of today is transfer module number 5, so the Municipal Farm platform. I would like just to share with you really quickly the agenda for today, which is our meeting will go on from 10 until 12. And we will be having a short introduction. Then we will leave you the floor for a feedback session on your ULG meetings and posters. So the poster you have been discussing during the meetings you had last month. Then we will have a short break. We will be presenting you the poster number 2 that we will be creating together with our, you will be separated in breakout rooms per city, and you will be working on it for half an hour, and we will be supporting you on the elaboration of this second poster, which is the one that creates the mock-up of the municipal farm. And we will ask you to have a 5 minutes of presentation once you have finalized the poster in front of everybody. And we can have a final 10 minutes remarks and closing remarks. Just because they asked me, Davide and Julien asked me quickly to have a short presentation of the municipal farm Mouans-Sartoux. So when Mouans-Sartoux set what is a municipal farm for us is when Mouans-Sartoux set the objective of having and serving 100% of organic food to school canteens, they realized that the offer at the local level for organic vegetables was not sufficient to provide all the vegetables for the schools. And therefore, the municipality decided to purchase land and establish a municipal farm on the municipality that could serve only the schools. So now, since 2010, we have a municipal farm of 6 hectares that serves 85% of vegetables for this. The 85% covers the 85% of the demand of the schools. And of course, it's not only a production center, it's a pedagogic activity for kids. It's an awareness for the citizens of the engagement of the cities, and it's a flagship for the city as well, because it's the first city in France which established a municipal farm. What does it mean? A municipal farm means that the management of the land is completely managed by the public service, and it assumes completely the management, both in terms of budget and in terms of people and staff working on it. And this is why we asked you to reflect about the possibility to establish a municipal farm, but not as much as a municipal farm as the one that exists in Mouans-Sartoux, but as a service which is managed by the municipality that can help you to improve your food policy in your place and to reinforce the project that we are all developing in BioCanteens too. And so this municipal farm can have different services that are listed in the poster we shared with you. And now we would like to hear more about your ULG meetings. And we want to leave you the floor, 15 minutes per city, to share with us what has been discussed. So what municipal farm hypothesis emerged from the ULG presentation, from the ULG and the presentation of the poster with the interests related to the different modules. Then we would like to know which is the level of acceptability, opportunity, actors supporting this hypothesis, and which are the obstacles, the difficulties, and the stakeholders that opposed to this idea. So I hope I covered everything. Francois, if you have anything to add to my presentation, please feel free.
No, I think that was perfect, but I think it's important if you use the poster to be concrete in your presentation. So the poster that exactly was presented in your slide, and these posters that you fill in to be concrete. And here I just added the fact that, of course, you saw that there was a first enlargement of the idea of a municipal farm from the one that Mouans-Sartoux had, and you see that Mouans-Sartoux had some modules, but some other modules were not in their representation of a municipal farm. So the first BioCanteen enlarged the number of modules. For example, in the municipal farm of Mouans-Sartoux, there is no local organic fruit and vegetable market. And our friends from Belgium, for example, they said, yeah, that could be interesting because it's a typical things that people are buying food at the farm, and it's a good promotion to make them know, well known, and so on and so on. So that means that here, and some, we don't know who, has already started to add some others module. So it's important if emerge from your ULG of a type of modules, of a types of activity, of a dimension of this platform, this municipal farm platform. I take the example, I don't know what Liège team will say, but when we visited your hub, your short circuit hub, it's a part of some things that is a farm platform. In fact, it's a platform where it's a logistic platform where there is no production, but there is coordination, storage so you see, it's very important to see this idea of a farm more as a hub, more as a platform than really the strict first definition of production. So the floor is yours. What we can do is better, maybe do you want to share your screen? The presenters could share screens, and or do you want me to go up and down? This is maybe easier.
I think for registration purposes, maybe it's easier to keep one shared screen.
Okay.
If you want, Francois, I do it, or you keep it as you prefer.
But I think it's recorded anyway, so I can do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So we can give
the floor to Gava, who is the first in the list. But you see, it's always like that at school. Either you're born with a name at the beginning or a name at the end, and it's always, or do we start with Wrocław? Because it's not fair that Wrocław is with a W and always at the end. Okay, so let's start with Wrocław and leave reverse order today.
Okay. So on 16th of May, we had another meeting on our ULG Wrocław, during which, together with the representative of City Strategy Office, Kasia were with me, and Economics Development Office, Water and Energy Division, and NGOs. Two NGOs took part in our discuss. We try to discuss the possibility of building in Wrocław a farm similar to the one operating in the town of Mouans-Sartoux. For us in the Wrocław, the ideal place for the farm is a space what could be close to single family housing and urban allotments, but away from the city center. Because in city center we have high pollution, so the best place will be away from the city center. For us, the ideal farm should be have at least 5 hectares size. It's for us it's very optimal. And located very close to retention canals, because we can take direct water to our vegetables and fruits. So what else? And our farm, we would grow season fruits and vegetables. We want to have fruits orchard and greenhouse, because we in our weather and we have in Wrocław we have 4 seasons: springs, winter, autumn, and summer. And our weather change very quickly. That's why we can grow and take fruits like beetroot, apple, pear, and potatoes. What else? And in our farm would be also raised goats, chicken, and bees. The farm would be run by Wrocław NGOs, who together with local farmers would also provide the residents with sustained support of growing and cultivating plants in home allotments. Yes, families and seniors would be able to come to the farm free of charge in their spare time and support the NGO workers working in farm, because on the need to equip the farm with allotment and farm buildings bonds for the purpose would be obtained from external budget. The farm could also serve as an education place when classes for children and families would be held, but also as a place where university employees and students could give lectures on topics related to food, gardening, and agriculture. It would also serve as a demonstration site where local residents could come to learn and see how to set up their own home farm where they could grow seasoned fruits and vegetables. So it's our idea. Maybe yes.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions from the other partners? No questions. So I guess you added one one element here, because you are talking about bees also, right? This is you that put this element, added this element or not?
No,
No.
it's Natalia. Yes, it's for us. It's very great idea. Set up hotels for bees.
Okay, okay, but not a bit. But I've also. But maybe I have a question. And this is an important question, is why? Why are you, I mean, we understand very clearly, and thank you very much for this clear presentation of the different modules that you would put in this hypothesis of a farm. What I am missing is a little bit, why are you doing it? What would be the strategy? Why such a farm could help the city and the biocanteen activities?
Rozumiesz? Że dlaczego właśnie mamy taką ideę? So when I can visited our city in Mouans-Sartoux, me and Joanna, something woke up in our mind. For me, it's the best form. It's, I think, generally in Wrocław, it could be possibility to set up but we need a little bit time for it. But I think it's not so long time future. Maybe when we be in Mouans-Sartoux soon, we can discuss about it. But why? Because I think it's require and ask people for this farm in our city, because we can cultivate and organic foods, organic vegetables. We can help a lot of people who stay without money. We can learn. We can invite children to farm. We can sell farm, because people want, and more people want and need organic and eco and fresh fruits and vegetables. And people can come to our farm and buy directly from farmers and NGO good and healthy foods, and not too high price. Yes, and when the people can order for email, yes, for email, and pay for it for email. And ja nie chcę zaprowizować, że to jest, oni mogą sobie zamówić na miesiąc. And people can order fruits and vegetables in farm
For all months.
for all months. For me personally, it's very great idea. And I think I do everything what is in mind. What can I do to set up farm in our Wrocław?
Okay, I understand. For me, I would, tell me if I am wrong, but the population of Wrocław is very high. I don't remember exactly, but it's
More than 1 million person.
1 million person. So the farm, even if it's 4 hectares, will not provide for everybody. So it's more, I would say, a sign, a symbolic farm. It is producing, but it is, especially as you describe it, I understand that it's a farm that will try to give a new signal to the population, to say that the city is involved in production, in food. So it's a strong signal, a strong flagship project. And also it's a vector of change of habits. So you will maybe not be able to provide, I mean, only for a very small number of a percentage, a very small percentage of all the population, but it can be a good way to change families and children. So I guess you did not say that this will not produce for the canteen or not, or will the farm provide something for the canteen?
Like you said, 5 hectares, it's not, maybe it's not enough to provide vegetables and fruits to all schools in our Wrocław, because we have huge schools in our Wrocław, and we have a lot of children, so it could be difficult. But maybe we can choose and invite maybe 1, maybe 2 schools first, yes, and check. And maybe and maybe next year, few years ago, maybe we can rozszerzyć, extension our schools.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. No more questions?
I have a question actually, because from how you are describing it, it seems that you were all agreeing on this plan between the actors that were at the ULG meeting. Was it a little bit of resistance between the public, or all the people were agreeing on the fact that it's a great way to develop the food policy at the level?
Clara, I'm sorry, I don't hear you and understand.
You don't hear me?
Maybe you can.
We don't hear you.
Really? Now?
Try again, please.
I was wondering if there was some resistance between the actors of the WLG meetings, or that you all agreed on this on these initiatives that you are describing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
you can hear, all the other people can hear me.
Yes.
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 Beata?
Okay, I don't understand. You can translate in French, for example?
Est-ce que tu peux répéter en français parce que je ne sais pas si...
Oui.
Ouais.
Alors, oui, vas-y.
Bon, merci. Bon, je me demandais s'il y avait de la résistance, ou si tout le monde il était d'accord avec cette proposition des projets, ou s'il y avait des acteurs dans le WLG meeting et ils pensaient que c'est pas idéal, s'il y a une discussion autour de ça, ou si vous étiez tout d'accord autour de cette proposition de faire une ferme municipale à Wrocław.
Oui, mais c'est quoi votre question?
Mais
la question c'est, dans le ULG, est-ce qu'il y avait des acteurs qui étaient pour ça? Est-ce qu'il y avait des acteurs qui étaient contre?
Okej, czy były jakieś, czy byli, którzy byli przeciwko i czy byli ludzie, którzy byli za, jeżeli chodzi o budowanie tej farmy?
Nie, wszyscy...
Ale finansowo byli przeciw.
No, finansowo.
Tout ce qui est le plus grand problème pour nous et les gens qui sont contre, c'est uniquement au niveau de financement. Parce que on a, après l'épidémie et après, maintenant avec le problème avec les Ukrainiens, on a vraiment beaucoup de différents problèmes et tous qui sont contre, c'est uniquement à cause de budget, tout simplement.
Ale tak to wszyscy byli za.
Mais autrement, tout le monde sont pour. Hein.
Okay, so thank you, Kasia. I translate in English. So in fact, everybody in the ULG is in favor of this. As you said, it's I try to summarize. I try to summarize your motivation, intentions. So there is a request from the population for such a farm, but the only opposition for the moment, because of COVID and Ukrainian crisis, is the short budget of the city and the difficulty to finance such an initiative. Okay, thank you. I think that we have to, if there is no burning question, we can change and have the presentation from Liège, I guess. Sorry, here.
Thank you, François. So yesterday we had the ULG meeting, and at this stage, taking into account our project, we think that the development of a communal farm is optional because it doesn't correspond to our supply strategy for our town's school canteens. So we did the exercise, but I would like to present you our 5 arguments to better understand what we discussed. First of all, we are putting in place a strategy to support local producer thanks to the public order of ISOCEL. And also the development of our logistic hub in Droax. So the tools that we deploy today are already linked to the supply and the demand, and therefore public authorities want to rely on producer already located in our area. So we don't want to drop the pier for the shade, and we will deprive current and future farmers of a big market. So we want to stimulate agriculture activity in our area, and we don't want to break a dynamic put in place by the actors of short circuit in Liège. We purchased a first building which will be made available for this company, for producer. In fact, they already entered in the building. And secondly, we set the objective of having 100% organic and local food in school canteens. And this commitment, by changing all our markets at ISOCEL level, is already underway without this municipal farm. So we thirdly think that if we look objectively, the state also of the land available in Liège, so the pollution, availability, etc., we have no space available to develop this project. There are very few places where we could organize it, and if we consider that it will be in a single place and not a left or right, which makes the business model unviable. So on a single location, we maybe have one site, but we are not the owner of this land. We have to negotiate with private company, and we need a consensus with or the municipality. So on this point, we think that the project is very good, but has a metropolitan dimension. And in this sense, it can be considered within a food policy council on the metropole of Liège. So for us, it's not up to the city of Liège alone to support this kind of project. I don't know if you know it, but Liège is under management plan for human resources. So we have to choose our energy very carefully, because if we want to develop this project, we have to hire 8 to 10 people. So we think that it's not viable. And after all, also remember that Isocell supplies 150 schools within all the metropole. So it's not only to the city of Liège. So we think that we can refer this question not only to the ULG, but to a level of the metropole. We have a food policy council with also all the municipality of our area, and we think we have to speak with them, with the older mayor, to know what they think about it. And finally, we look at the juridical aspect of the project, and at this moment, Isocell can't work with services of Liège administration like this farm because of public market. So if we in this situation, if we develop this project at the level of Liège administration, the project will be in competition to supply Isocell like other supplier or producer. So we have not the link like in Mouans-Sartoux to supply directly without law barriers, and this is the 5 arguments that we discussed.
Okay.
So, but we saw that the idea is very good, and we did the exercise. But at this moment, we think that it can be developed in Liège.
Yeah, thank you, David. Of course, it's fine, because we understood that in a certain way, the 3 cities, and if you remember what was done by the first round of BioCanteen 1 cities, some of them find an interest and some of them didn't find any interest. And I remember it's not here now, but that a city like in Italy, Rossignano Marittimo, in the first partnership of BioCanteen, said that they had an interest into a platform, but not a platform producing in a certain way. That's what I was mentioning, saying that the logistic hub in a broad sense is a platform, but it's a non-producing platform. It's something that for me could be understood already as a municipal farm platform. It's a platform which is not producing, which is grouping and dispatching and supporting the production at a higher level in a certain way. It's interesting, I think, for BioCanteen in terms of research is that you see, in a way, the presentation of Wrocław pointed some things like a sort of a demonstrator, a symbolic demonstrator that, as Kasia and Beata explained, it cannot provide to the 1 million population. And you say something else, which is also linked to the large number of population, is that maybe it's not possible to rely on a farm to cater all the city canteen through isocell, but the platform has to take the shape, as you propose, of a hub that is able to, in a certain way, concentrate and dispatch all the production that is done locally and in the outskirts of Liège. Does it make sense?
Yes, and I can add with Julia. I don't know if you want to speak, but with the project of the MEAD in Liège, a lot of objectives of this project are already done. So with the hub and with the MEAD, we can think that we put the food policy of Liège in a better situation. The thing too is that actually the idea of the municipal farm, we do it, but just not like in Mouans-Sartoux with one place, you know. It's just that all the topics that are in the list here, we are managing them in a different way. But I think it's in a good way to. I think that's what it's is that to consider all these topics and develop them.
Yeah, that's clear. That's clear for me. Any questions?
No question, but I just had a remark which I found very interesting from the discussion yesterday. I participated to the ULG meeting of Liège, and I only participated to a part of the discussion on the municipal farm. And yes, I agree with Francois and with you that, I mean, your way of interpreting the an infrastructure that the municipality could give or could create to facilitate and steer the food project on the city, you are already like doing a great job in the development of the municipal hub. And this is like already a service of the municipality to create coherence between the existing activity and the long-standing project of the ceinture alimentaire liégeoise. What was interesting, it was like that a lot of actors during the ULG meeting stressed on the fact that for them it's important to improve the local production at the local level rather than creating, to reinforce the knowledge of the producers that are already installed on the municipality, and that they were maybe thinking that that councillors from the municipality that could go to the farmers and help them to transitate towards an organic farming system could be a nice and interesting service. So I think this is also was just a a remark that I found remarkable because they were asking for the availability for the municipality to put people in service to go and help the farmers that are already installed on the municipality to improve their practice. And this is something I just found interesting, and maybe part of the services within the municipal hub or within any other activity of the municipality. I don't know if I was clear.
Actually, I did not understand very well, but maybe it's only me. If it's only me, we should go on. If it was not clear for others, then
probably. No, I just wanted to say that was interesting that was raised during the ULG meeting, that one actor said that it may be interesting to have a service of counselors, of consultants, that advisors
Virtual advisor.
Exactly, that could a service provided by the municipality to help and support the farmers that are already existing and producing on the municipality to improve their practice and maybe create market links and administrative links with the schools and ISOCEL. So this is what I found interesting in the discussion yesterday, if I well understood the intervention. Of...
It was because the idea of Mouans-Sartoux is more hiring people to work for the municipality as a farmer. But in Liège, the idea was more, no, we already have farmers and we just have to help them to get better. And so the municipality, the city can help them hiring more consultants, people than farmers.
Exactly. Thanks. Okay.
In fact, if you look at this is probably this dimension that I fully understand that the hub and the Madil may cover. That was this module of being a resource for farmers, for local farmers, and improving the quality of the production, for advising, for support, for also motivation, I guess, no?
Yes.
Okay, no more questions? I wrote also a short element that of course need to be revised and afterward in the exercise, but it's already a little bit of the work which is done, and you'll see if it's okay for you, or if you wanted to change it. And okay, so let's jump to the last presentation of GAVA.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Marta and me will talk. Okay. First of all, we consider that for us it's important the local organic vegetable production. We already have that. We need to enhance it. In general, we want to enhance the production in the agricultural park, the short circuit, and arrive to the schools. So that's how we focus the municipal farm. Also, regarding the preservation, Marta will agree with me that regarding the farmers, they claim that the solution of our problems is to create a hub. A hub with solutions for our logistics, because our problem is that they are not coordinated in general, so they waste a lot of time bringing the vegetables, the production to restaurants or schools or other places, other markets. So with a hub, it would be easier to unificate all the offers and be more practical. So our solution in general was this, the hub. Okay, so following with this map, regarding the local organic fruit and vegetable market, we already have the agriculture's market that is twice a week, but we think that we can enhance it more, because it's right now the only way that we where we have a formal short circuit, because as it says, it's an agriculture farmers market, so everything is local, and there is also organic. So that's why we put two crosses. Okay, so one of our problems, as you know, is that anyone wants to become a farmer, neither the farmers, because they consider that it is hard work and they don't make a lot of profits. But that's because we have Mercabarna, that is like a big enterprise that compran. They buy the products to the farmers in a low price, but for the farmers it's okay, because for them is like the only way to assure that they can sell their products. So we arrived to the conclusion that we need, first of all, to increase the number of agricultures, of the farmers, sorry, and then they have to be coordinated. So we also related with this, everyone claimed that we could enhance the visits to the field from the schools, because we want kids and families to familiarize with this profession that is normally left behind because it's a hard work. So we consider if the kids goes to the field from the early ages, they can familiarize and maybe become farmers. Marta, you can make comments because I probably am forgetting things.
Je vais parler en français, c'est possible?
Then can we
have to translate. We have to translate.
Je suis un peu malade et je ne peux pas parler en français, en anglais maintenant.
You've got the English disease. Sorry.
Mon cerveau, il est un peu cramé aujourd'hui. À Gava, il y a déjà 2 plateformes de food hub. On s'appelle EcoCentral, qui travaille seulement avec la production bio, et une autre qui est en train de se construire, qui vient d'une organisation de paysans qui s'appelle Terra Pagesa. Et en même temps, la mairie de Rabat, il est en train de constituer une autre food hub, qu'on ne sait pas encore qu'est-ce qu'il y a dedans. Alors, tout le monde parle de food hub, mais il faut qu'on se coordonne pour savoir quelle fonctionnalité il y aura dedans. parce qu'on ne sait pas encore si celle qu'il est prévu à faire à la mairie ça sera utile pour les projets.
So I make a translation. So first of all, Marta has the English disease, but she's not well today and has difficulty to speak in English. So there are already 2 food platforms, 2 food hubs in Gava, one called Eco Central and the other one Terra Pachesa. And one also is in project from the municipality, but it's not clear what is how it will look like. So there is a clear need for coordination and for understanding if the food hub in project from the municipality may support the biocanteen process.
Yes, but one aspect that would have this hub would be cold storage, because if the farmers have to feed the schools, at least we need to store the production. So would be there. Also, they claim that they need more investment, I mean the farmers. Also, what else? One moment. Yeah, we also talk about the you already visit the Especulados workroom. I don't know how to say obrador. The Especulados. I don't know how to say it. So I think that they already mentioned when you came, but they want to translate it in a comarcal, in a regional level, or at least a comarcal level, and then they are working in order to have un obrador in the Baix Llobregat. So I think that would be interesting for us, because a lot of farmers from Gavà give a lot of products to the obradors. So I think that could work for us if we have a general obrador for all the municipalities of the Baix Llobregat. Also, what else? Marta, if you remember something that I forgot.
I'm just sorry if I jumped in, but so following this is like the summary of what has been discussed during the meeting you had, no? Yeah. And maybe I missed some part because it was not so easy to follow, but when you put like one plus on local organic vegetable production and vegetable and fruit preservation, it means that, I mean, you envisage the possibility of creating a place in the agricultural park where fruits and vegetables are produced, and where maybe there is like a little market to sell direct products to the public, and which is directly managed by the municipality. Because I felt there was a lot of resistance from the actors on this.
Tout le monde, désolé, tout le monde il a parlé qu'il avait besoin d'un food hub et d'un centre pour transformer la production. Mais quand on était là-bas dans la réunion, il y avait des acteurs qui ont proposé qu'il y avait déjà des structures et qu'il ne fallait pas construire de nouveau, sinon il fallait chercher de la synergie. Alors, c'est une nécessité, c'est un besoin du territoire, c'est un besoin que tout le monde il partage, mais nous sommes en train de décider si la solution c'est de construire une nouvelle structure ou plutôt trouver un accord avec des partenaires qui sont déjà sur le territoire comme Spigoladors ou comme, ou les autres food hubs qui existent déjà. Alors, c'est un besoin du territoire, c'est un besoin des acteurs de Rabat, mais nous sommes en train de décider, on n'a pas eu le temps de décider encore parce que la réunion, tu étais là-bas, on avait besoin de plus de temps pour parler, on n'a pas réussi à finir. Alors, voilà, c'est...
Oui, that's why we will organize a meeting, a chat, a talk among several actors, including the Eco Central and the other project that we mentioned, Terra Pagesa, that is like the other short circuit hub. So we want to create synergies within this meeting and decide if we really need to build a new hub, because we need a lot of time. It's easier if we use the structure that we already have, the infrastructure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And we finally, we also know Marta talk about to have a space within the agricultural park dedicated to make pilot in eco organic food, no? A testing, like a testing center.
Oui.
I think that's everything. Oh, and well, last thing that we discussed in the ULG meeting is that that is regarding the public procurement, that maybe we should start within the city council and give example, no? Changing our public procurement policies, not only the one of the schools, but everything related with public procurement. And that's all.
And I have a question, but maybe some other questions before. Does anybody have a question? Of course, in BioCanteen, we always are I mean, for the systemic dimension of a project, are moving from the right on canteens and the larger focus on the agro-food system, local agro-food system. And here you are talking more at the level of the agro-food system. And could you precise what could be the relationship with the canteen of this hub? I mean, the necessity of a hub and of a transformation structure, I think is a more general issue of stakeholder, of local stakeholders. Can you precise the relationship with the canteen focus?
Okay. So as I said, the farmers feel that it's difficult not to distribute to the schools the products, because they have like problems with logistics because they are not coordinated. So as I said, they make a lot of trips. Each farmer make a lot of trips because they are really individualistic. So if they are together in the hub and they join the production, they could make contracts with the schools and provide them. No, this is a little okay. Because our main problem is the logistics.
Mm. Okay, fine for me.
For me as well. Normally we should have a 5 minutes break, and
okay.
And then we can go on with the next phase of the meeting. So see
Okay,
you in
great.
5 minutes.
See you
In
in
5 minutes, have a
11.
nice coffee.
You too.
Yeah. See you.
You. C'est là?
Ouais, ça va?
Oui. Oui, quoi?
Je suis en train de faire une petite synthèse aussi pour Gava et puis de la mettre dans leur poster pour.
François vous entend, pas de mauvais commentaires sur Liège.
Ouais. Ben, on était en train de taper sur on va dire, on s'en sortira jamais avec cette bande de bras cassés, mais bon, voilà. Ça va? Vous allez bien? Vous allez bien à Liège?
Ouais, ça va. On vient de faire une grosse présentation à toutes les directions d'école. Ouais, c'est bien passé.
Waouh,
Ah oui, c'est vrai.
chouette. Vous
Bah
nous
oui, pour
dites
faire
deux mots dessus?
un peu un topo de BioCanteens aux écoles de la ville, quoi. Parce qu'ils savent que ça existe, ils voient qu'on vient dans les écoles, etc., mais ils ne voient pas vraiment non plus la vision d'ensemble, quoi. Donc l'idée, c'est d'amener un peu la vision d'ensemble du projet avec tout ce qui se fait par ailleurs aussi, parce que du coup, il y a plus d'adhésion aussi au projet. Tu vois que c'est pas, voilà, qu'il y a une vision d'ensemble, quoi.
Génial.
Et quel est l'accueil de.
Bah, ce qu'il y a ici, c'est que si tu veux, c'était une présentation d'1 quart d'heure que j'ai faite en invitant aussi tous les parties prenantes. Donc, j'ai demandé à l'étudiante HEC qui est venue faire les pesées dans les écoles de venir présenter rapidement ses résultats.
D'accord.
Il y a la Madil qui est venue, le centre régional à la promotion de la santé, il y a Davidet, tu vois, pour montrer un peu aussi toutes les synergies. Et donc, je crois que ça a été bien reçu, mais le truc, c'est que c'est au milieu, si tu veux, d'une matinée où toutes les directions sont là pour aborder plein de sujets et on était les premiers, et puis après il y en aura encore plein, quoi, tu vois. Donc on n'a pas eu le temps non plus de vraiment échanger, mais je vais avoir le temps ici vers midi, ils terminent et ils font un verre, donc je vais descendre et je vais un peu prendre le pouls du terrain. On devra partir à rien plutôt.
D'accord, ok. Je pense que de tous ces éléments, comme on commence à avoir des expérimentations, etc., j'imagine que vous en prenez des photos et que vous allez publier des petits articles là-dessus. Enfin, maintenant que les choses commencent à quitter les discussions et les salles de réunion et être sur le terrain, ça serait chouette d'avoir des petits témoignages, des petits éléments à mettre, quoi.
Ça, c'est vrai que j'ai pas pensé, mais je peux faire 2-3 trucs sur quelques activités que je fais dans les écoles.
Ouais, ça serait bien d'avoir, Clara, ça serait bien d'avoir un petit, même très léger, tu vois, mais que si now we would like, thank you for this presentation. We would like to now try to capture in these posters your various concepts. So what I try to do first, you see in this poster you remember how it works. There is the overall concept intention. So I wrote very shortly from your presentation a possible synthesis. Please do change it and or confirm it. And then what we just would like you to do is to play a little bit with this game and build your the vision of your farm, of your so a pilot farm on 4 hectares in Wrocław, the potential, what is already existing in a certain way as a hub, which will look like probably very much like the project that was made by Rossignano Marittimo in the first time. So for example, if I take your example, in a certain way, what we visited last time was nothing about that, nothing about that, probably nothing about transformation, nothing about market. There was something about a sort of logistic hub that was, and the Madil was there. There was a logistic hub that was function first. I don't. Sorry. Anyway, we will do it in breakout groups, and that's probably very quick to do. Visual
Otherwise, I mean, however, we are quite interested. So I want to ask you if we are supposed to be assigned to a group of someone else, or
yeah. Please.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Please, and who would like you? I mean, you can choose according to what is maybe nearer to your preoccupation.
Yeah, actually,
yeah.
Pardon
me? In which group we would like to be?
Oh, for example, Liège is fine.
Yeah,
okay.
Come on.
Come on. Clara, do you make the groups?
Yes. I try.
So we have, I think that 15 minutes or something like that, 20 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot how to create a breakout rooms now.
You only can do it. So you have normally a button that, so I can stop sharing first.
Yes.
If you want, I can do it, but you have to nominate me.
¿Estás en participantes?
Oh my God, it's not participants, it's discussion.
No, it's another. It's a 4 little squares.
I don't.
You.
Maybe I try to. I will try. Okay, can we, I think we
Okay.
can start to have a short presentation of your posters. So I see the poster of Liège is like continuous. We already have it. This is what we already have.
Yes.
So can you?
No, but yeah.
Yeah, I just I begin to explain in the yellow part, you know, to get things clear for me too. But so local vegetable production and fruit production. So we already have in the area producers and farmers. So we have them. We don't have them in a municipal farm, but we have them around. So that's why I put them in the picture here. So also vegetable food preservation, we have the process also done. And so yeah, local organic food and market. So François, you tell me before that we don't really have it, but I think les magasins, les petits producteurs is more or less the same. So that's organic and organic food, vegetable, fruit, and meat, and that are put in markets, but not market, but in magasin store. So we have in Liège 5 or 6 stores, les petits producteurs, and also les petits producteurs is a cooperative that the idea is to bring together all the farmers and help them logistically to sell their products to the people in their store. So yes, and then for the pedagogical resources. So I'm trying to implement stuff in school right now. So I made a meeting with the public instruction, the MADIL, and another association. Trying to find a way to build a sensibilization project to do during a year in different pilot schools. So we're gonna try it next year. So that's pretty cool. But the idea is that I will, if we've got the money, the idea is that I will work with public instruction to implement other pedagogical stuff in the schools. So for the social inclusion job center, we have the young MADIL. That MADIL is in social inclusion also with alimentation. So they're young, but they're pretty cool. And so food governance action, there is MADIL, but also the CATL. CATL is working since 12 years, and they really work on the project to understand the area, to understand what we can do. So it's also really brain stuff. It's not just action.
And yep. Just to understand, what will be, I mean, I think that's very clear. What will be, if I remember well, what will be exactly in your hub? In your hub, there is this logistic platform, yep. Okay? And there will be the MADIL will be there?
I don't think so, but perhaps Davide can help me just join us. but not the Madil, just in the hub. I think it's the big idea is to
yeah, but it's the hub. The hub is in the market, but where we meet just outside the market, which is for the moment here. You will have what exactly? How do you describe it?
the hub center, you mean?
Yeah.
Services.
So it's a place where these associations, so CATL, CATL and others have a place to work. So, for instance, CATL didn't have they had a place, but really really bad. And so it's a place where all these associations can be together and build strategy and build projects together. And the other big project with that is to all the producers and the farmers, we have them, but they are in different parts of Liège or in Belgium.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, that's clear.
To bring them together to provide schools.
Yeah. So in fact, what sorry, because we are trying at the same time to do the poster and adapt the.
Okay.
For me, there is two things that we are visiting. So here it's everything what is outside. It's not exactly so that's outside. And your hub is essentially these two elements. This is the logistic platform that is in the market, and that's the mix of governance and research and the hoteling of all the different associations that you show us just outside the market. Okay,
that's correct. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Can we go to Gava is presenting?
Yeah.
Okay. Marta, ¿estás aquí? Vale. So, espérate. Can you make? No. I don't see anything.
You don't see? I shared my screen. You don't see it on my screen?
I can see it from the middle.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, oh wait, not here. Okay, we can start from the left and continue maybe. So as you can see, there are the three infrastructures that are the hubs, the two hubs that we already have, and one that maybe one day is our hub from Gabon. And next to it, we put this pedagogical, no, wait, sorry, I mixed the names. The Social Inclusion and Job Center, that is the transformation center that we mentioned, the one that will be like the Espigulados one, but in a more intermunicipal way, supramunicipal way level. Also, we had the pedagogical resource for children and parents, because we have the need to sensitize more, to raise awareness regarding local products, and also regarding the job of the farmers. So we consider that we need one of these. Why there is this symbol?
Because you said that the discussion is still in progress, no? It's,
okay.
You don't know exactly what you will have to. If you said, I don't know if you agree with that, but I understood that you said either you need coordination or you need
Yes.
new infrastructure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't understand it. Also, we can see here the Food Governance Action Research Center that Marta es de la unidad cooperados, ¿no?
¿Qué?
Es de la unidad cooperados.
Jo no t'escolto bé.
Don't worry. That is okay, so we have an
Unió
old
de,
building.
Unió de Cooperadors, c'est Food Governance Action Research Center.
És el que acabo de dir, oi? Vale, sí. Okay, so we have an old building in Gavà that is municipal, and we renovate it, and now it's pretty new. And the idea is to transform it in a incubadora de proyectos. Un momento. In an incubator of innovative projects regarding social economy and solidarity and innovation. So we think that this center and the workshops that we will do regarding sustainable food and waste will be like a kind of MEAT, a center of sensitivity, raise awareness, because we need a lot of that. And finally, also we can see the farmers market that we already have, but as I said before, we need to enhance it, because right now is the only place where you can really find local products and local farmers. Now it's twice a week, but I think that will be interesting to increase or enlarge the days that is available, because there is a lot of demand. Yeah. And what else?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I just see that the time is short, so maybe we leave 5 minutes to Wrocław and we finish.
Okay. Let me show my farms. My farm is large for 5 hectares, but local organic vegetable production. So we will plant fruits and require a lot of sun and resistance to harsh weather conditions. For example, apples, beets, pumpkins, and potatoes. Yes. And what about local organic fruit and vegetable markets? So we will sell organic fruits and vegetables cheaper than in a store and donate to school. Yes. And we can see pedagogical resource and children and parents. It's very important for my city. So we can conduct workshops for children and parents, for example, for good nutrition and eating. Social inclusion and job center is very popular, very important. So we will employ unemployed people. We will activate these able people in our farms, and the people can get a good job. What about food governance action research center? So we establish cooperation with natural and medical contact research of organic products and food safety, such important in our country. We can see flagship project and demonstrator for decision makers. We will be promoting the farm to the citizen in our Wrocław as a good example to set up farms, but also amongst the regional and national levels. Highs and hotels for beans, we have very good natural air condition, so we will grow honey plants and biodiversity. We will produce organic honey and donate to schools. And so animals and dairy production, its animals are very important and famous. We create petting zoo. For children, we will use the dropping as an organic fertilizer for the cultivation of vegetables and fruits. So, thank you.
Okay.
Looking
Thank you
forward to
very much.
it.
Okay, so it's now largely time to close the meeting. If there are any questions, last burning questions or remarks, if not, we will work on finalizing the missing modules and arranging a little bit of the posters, and we will ask you to give a first a last look at it, so that it's a finished element that pictures a little bit your ULG conclusions. Is that right for you?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Clara, any comments?
No, not at the moment. But if you have any doubts, don't hesitate to come back to me, and in the weekly points we can rediscuss it.
Okay, and please, Clara, share the recording with me at least, so that I can finish the posters and release some elements.
Of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
day.
Bye, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you very much.